Ahoy and welcome back to Designing Album Artwork, the Creative Process Part 2. And where did we get up to? Well, we got up to basically laying a piece of tracing paper over our sketch and just laying out things, making sure that we were happy with the composition, because this was just the first sketch in our sketchbook. So we're going to flip that over and have a quick look and see if we're happy with the way things are going. So yeah, you get a clearer idea just by doing that, just to get a nicer design. I think that looks good, the composition's good. And so like I say, the next stage from here is we will be looking to get all these elements into Photoshop. So we'll scan all of these things in, put them into layers. We'll go looking for a tool ship. We'll have some reference to the mermaid. We might even use the mermaid from the beard mat as a reference there. I think the folks down the bottom are almost kind of like Lowry type of characters, matchstick men. We'll locate a wooden tankard and use that as reference. And for the typography, like I said, we're going to do that from scratch. So I'm going to show you how that's done fairly quickly. Just quickly whiz through that. So basically, I will be drawing the whole words completely tankard, but just for now, we're just going to write the words tankard. We're going to use a font that I call 2x1, which basically means it's compressed 2:1 ratio. So it's 4 units wide and 8 tall. I'm just going to lay these out. There'll be some spaces here which don't always go equally, but I'll show you why that is. The T and A are kerning pairs for you typographical geeks out there, and I will explain that in a second. Just going to write out the word tankard very quickly. T-A-N-K-A-R-D. So using the principles of thick and thin, like Roman type, we go half for the horizontals and full for the downs. That's a unit. So one thick unit down, half cross. For the A, it's thin on the left hand side, always right. Don't ever get that wrong in a sign writing class. Always the A is thick on this side. N is thin, and then the fat bits in the middle, and it follows the A. And the K is fat here, thin at the top, and fat, I do it up to the corner there. And then another A, thin, fat. And R. And D. Tankard. Now I'm going to quickly do a version of the draw a centre line in there, the A and the D, just to show you what you can do with the serifs, because the Captain's Beard logo was actually drawn like this. And starting with the principle of thick and thin, strike that across there. We're going to put in, you can put in fat serifs down the bottom here like this. Imagine them going out there like that. And across there like that. And there. Or, going to use this one up the top here, we can scoop it and do some serifs that come out splayed like flares at the bottom there. And in the middle here we can do an extra little detail, which is quite nice sometimes. It's kind of carnival type. Again, flared at the bottom here, scoop in the middle, and then flared at the top. Flared at the top. So there are a couple of different options of using type that we're going to lay out. So I am going to write out the word completely and tankard straight, and then we're going to take that into Photoshop, and basically we'll lay each element out into a layer. After we've scanned everything in, I'll locate the Captain's Beard logo, which we have a flat version of for publicity use, and we'll make sure that we distort and perspective that nicely onto this. After that, I'm going to create a master huge trace down image, like a full-size image, 1.5 meters tall by 1 meter wide, so that we can lay it over the actual canvas when we come to do the painting. That way we can actually trace down images in the right size and the right scale onto the canvas, just to make sure that we're happy with the composition at full size, because you can obviously do the scaling thing from small to large, but actually in this instance I think I'm going to sort of bite the bullet, grab a full-size printout of whatever we create in Photoshop in the next video. So the next video will be all of these items coming together, this full word written out in the serif type, completely tankered, and then we'll use Photoshop to do the clever stuff where we bend it and also give it some perspective. We'll find some reference to some Lowry matchstick people and some a wooden tankard, which I think I've already got, and a nice tall ship, maybe even one of these crazy Phileas Fogg balloons. But anyway, stay tuned and follow us for part 3.